I would say never give up. And that widens out to whatever lens you want to put it in.
Never, ever quit. Never quit. And I've seen people quitting, and if they would have held out longer, they would have been successful. I've seen it so much. I've seen some of the most brilliant people in the world that never made it because they were quitters.
If you want to give up, you can give up. This is your choice. You can do whatever you want. Your time's gonna come, but you cannot give up. A lot of people ask me, you proud of something? I'm very proud of. I never give up.
I think as long as we are breathing and have a chance, we are all eventually going to get to the finish line. So, I don't know, if you just attack every day with persistence and effort, follow your excitement and enthusiasm and never give up, especially through those hard times, because I'm not going to act like it's all roses and candy canes. There'll be a bunch of hard times. Just do your best, try to do the best you can, and never give up.
Choose your companions wisely. And if your friends are not raising the vibration of what you're trying to achieve, or they're just giving you shit and making fun of you, and whenever you're earnest and share a goal or a dream, they put you down, it might be time to upgrade. And that's harsh, but I think it's important to seek out people who support you.
You don't find out who people really are till the shit hits the fan. People talk a lot of how good a friendship is or how good a relationship is, but you really don't know until you hit hard times.
Find the others. Admit it. You aren't like them. You're not even close. You may occasionally dress yourself up as one of them, watch the same mindless television shows as they do, maybe even eat the same fast food sometimes. But it seems that the more you try to fit in, the more you feel like an outsider, watching normal people as they go about their automatic existences. Who knows what you might learn from taking a chance on a conversation with a stranger? Everybody carries a piece of the puzzle. Nobody comes into your life by mere coincidence. Trust your instincts, do the unexpected, find the others.
That average is the enemy, success is your responsibility, and change can take place in an instant if you are willing to flip the switch.
We live in a society where mediocrity is often rewarded. These men detest mediocrity. I wanted to be a man that detests mediocrity.
It is astounding how many people want to be spectacular in life but also want to fit in and be normal. Normal people get normal results. Weird people get weird results. You literally can't do what everyone else does and not expect to get what everyone else has. By doing what everyone else does, you guarantee average results.
You don't go through life just saying, you know what, I'm okay being average. Average sucks. It does. I promise you this. When you learn, it's almost like training yourself to not settle for less than extraordinary. It's basically your own standard.
You limit your beliefs because you don't trust yourself. Why don't you trust yourself? Because every time you tell yourself that you're going to do something, you break your own promise. If you can't trust yourself as an autonomous individual, no wonder you're not going to advance in life.
Self-confidence is really someone who keeps promises to themselves. Self-confidence is really like your reputation with yourself. If you've got a great reputation with yourself and you know you can trust you, you're not so concerned about your reputation and what other people think about you.
That's right.
So if you're always worried about what people think about you, it's because you really don't think great about yourself.
All confident people is there are people that have high reputations with themselves. And so if you're the type of person that says, well, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m, and so you set your alarm to wake up at 5 a.m, but then you hit the snooze button when the alarm goes off, guess what? You lied to yourself.
Pride is something that everybody misses. That having pride in your name, your performance, the way that you show up for other people is something that you can do. But you need to do something that is worthy of being prideful about. Stop breaking promises to yourself. When you say, I'm going to wake up tomorrow at 7 a.m, and when the option comes to hit the snooze button, don't do it. Your haters are out there holding their breath, waiting for you to fail. Make sure they suffocate.
Make it your mission in life to shove it down these motherfuckers' throats so fucking hard that they fucking choke. Make it so that when they fucking look at you and they see you 5 years from now down the road and you walk into a fucking restaurant, they won't even look at you. They'll look the other way or they'll look at the ground because they are so fucking embarrassed of what they did or how they treated you or what the fuck they said to you or how they tried to fuck with you that they are embarrassed. I take that shit and I say, fuck you, motherfucker. I will fucking show you, and I do.
The only thing that you can do is win so big that all of them constantly compare themselves to you. And then you'll forget they exist. And that's when he said, success is the only revenge. He's like, it's not the best revenge. He's like, it's the only one. There's no other revenge.
I'm going to win.
I always call myself a fucking professional winner. And the ultimate form of revenge for me is success. I'm going to keep being successful, make you look like shit.
Champions do daily what everybody do occasionally. You're not extraordinary. You just do the ordinary extra. That's it.
When you start stacking little wins, day after day, hour after hour, month after month, week after week, you start building a reputation with yourself. You tell your subconscious mind that when I make a promise to myself, I keep it. And that promise begins to build your reputation.
Just keep stacking days. Just keep stacking days. As long as you keep stacking days, I promise you, you will see the change. My coach used to always say, everything that you want is on the other side of hard. He said, reps removed doubt, right? Reps removed doubt.
When you wake up in the morning, you have a choice. You have a choice to get the fuck up. And if you get the fuck up, you got 1 W under your belt. Now, if you eat that meal you're supposed to eat, now you got 2. If you go do that workout, now you got 3. If you're used to stacking fucking wins like I do every day, you build that self-talk, because every time that win takes place, you're like, I fucking do this shit. I can do it. It ain't shit. I always do it.
And that was the mistake that I made, is it was just like, how do I race to the top of the mountain? Not like, how do I enjoy each part of this journey? And the journey is where it's at. You know, here we are, 3,000 feet, like the view's great. Here we are, 5,000 feet, the view's better. You know, here we are at 7,000 feet, the view's better. For me, it was just like top, get to the top. It's like, okay, view's cool. Like, what's the next mountain?
The people who win love the climb, and the real mountain has no peak. And so the view is always present the whole way up the climb.
Achieving the result is never as good as what you think it's going to feel like. Having things isn't fun. Getting things is fun.
And sometimes if you concentrate on the North Star too much, you don't even enjoy it. Enjoying the ride, enjoying the fucking journey. I mean, that's another thing. You know, it's about the journey. Ooh, fucked up that expression, but it's real. It is really about the journey. Yeah, it's just hard when you're when you're not where you want to be in life. It's hard to think that way. All you want is that thing, but you gotta somewhere along the line figure out how to enjoy yourself.
To succeed, you must fail. In failure and in suffering, all the answers are in there.
If you are experiencing a losing season right now, understand that there's a winning season around the corner. But you have to be an active participant in getting yourself out of the losing season. You can't do what I did back in the day, which is sulk and let the dominoes continue to fall by stopping the things that are working for you.
I taught myself how to fail. I'm always scooting on that like limit of like, I'm there. Okay, I failed. I was right there. What did I miss? What the fuck did I miss? That's what I fucking missed. And then it happens.
That's why losing in life is so important. Whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game, loss. Those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong, and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better.
I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna fucking fail. I'm gonna fucking fail. I'm gonna fucking fail. And I will succeed.
How do you know when you're quitting because you're being a bitch?
Yeah.
And how do you know that you're moving on from something that's no longer worthwhile?
Which is, do you push or do you pivot? And like, do I push through whatever this hardness is? And there's like something that's in sight that I think I can go to, or there are fundamental things that have changed that make my original hypothesis wrong.
We give up a little bit too fast, or as soon as it gets hard, that's when we're like, okay, I'm done. I can't do this. And I think some of the best things come right after fear, or right after, you know, those hard moments. That's when you finally get your breakthroughs.
Everybody has a turn back moment. You have a moment where you can go forward or you can give up. But the thing you have to keep in mind before you give up is that if you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen.
It's easy to give up. You know,
Hell
it's
yeah.
easy. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. I ain't going. Oh, yeah. I ain't gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I don't feel like going to work. I'm done.
Yeah, man.
It's easy. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm going to do the same thing again today, but I'm going to try to go harder.
I did this thing when nobody listened. Literally no one. When no one listened at all. There's days in 2018 where we did 0 plays. We launched the pod. I was doing an episode a week. We had all of the plays, all of the backlog, catalog history of old episodes. We're like 10, 15 episodes in. There was days where we did 0,
The commitments we keep to ourselves and what we do when no one's watching is the most persuasive evidence that governs everything we then do every day thereafter.
We are who we are when nobody's watching. If you want to know who you really are, be on your own. Go somewhere on your own, on holiday or whatever, and that's who you are. You know, it's the difference between character and reputation. You know, you really know who you are. Reputation is what everyone else thinks about you, but you know who you are in yourself.
Until you win, effort always goes unnoticed. Get used to it. No one roots for you until everyone roots for you. That's just how it works.
Yeah, people only root for those who don't need to be rooted for.
Because this world we live in is tough. It's tough. It will beat you down. The world and the life that we live in is the ultimate competitor. It will try to take you out. It will find your weakness and it will fucking just hammer you.
It's like a personal curse.
100%.
Sometimes things are going to be so tough. Stop fighting it. Stop trying to understand it. Just survive it. Take all that energy and just survive it. Like, bro, day by day, moment by moment, situation by situation, like my dogs say, be where your feet are. Just survive it, right? And then you're going to get to a place, you're going to be on top of the mountain one day, and you're going to say, man, I see exactly why I had to face and go through that.
If life was nothing but green lights and we didn't have yellows and reds, things that make us pause, hardships, crises, times for introspection, then what the hell would it all be for? We need the yellows and the reds. That's how we evolve. That's how hopefully there's some ascension to our being. That's how we give some credit to time and growing older. If we were the same person today that we were 20 years ago, then what the hell are we doing?
Be somebody. Be something more than what you see in the mirror. Let the world be your mirror. Don't let them judge you, because the mirror can't judge you. You judge what you see in the mirror.
All my young kings and queens that are chasing their dreams, I'm no different from you. I'm just a guy. I swear to God. And everything that I'm saying is a fact. You can do anything that you put your mind to.
I say chase your dreams, man. Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at night. That thing that bothers you, man, that makes you trip. You can't quit thinking about it. You wake up in the middle of the night, you got a new idea. That's what you got to chase.
Don't listen to anyone. Everybody's full of shit. Nobody knows you or what you're capable of doing. And here's the reality. The hardest thing in life is figuring out who you are and what you want to do for the rest of your life. And once you figure that out, you wake up every day and you work toward it.
Just listen to yourself. Don't listen to anybody else. Not one person, because God forbid anything went wrong. You can't blame other people and start pointing the finger. Always know that you're only to blame yourself because you made that decision. And whatever you do in life, never regret it. Never if, buts, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Give everything while you can, when you can, and leave nothing behind.
The total number of people who have ever been born numbers about 100 billion. Now ask, how many total possible people can be born? That number is astronomically large. We're the lucky ones. We're the ones who get to die. Most people who could ever exist will never even be born.
400 trillion to 1. When you understand that math, how can't you live your life? That's how rare it is to be a human being. And what are you waiting for? Like, you've been given this ridiculous triple miracle. Like, you're literally more likely to win the lotto 10 times in your life than actually have a life.
Most people that could exist, mathematically,
will never exist.
How?
Nothing in life is promised except death. If you have the opportunity to play this game of life, you need to appreciate every moment. A lot of people don't appreciate their moment until it's past.
Confucius had a great saying that, every man has two lives, and the second starts when he realizes he has just one.
Imagine when you're older and your grandkids say to you, "Granddad, tell me about what it was like when you were young." And you say, "I didn't really do much, to be honest, because I was worried about what other people would think of me. I never took my shirt off because I hated the way I looked. I didn't start that business because I was scared it might fail." Just think about how silly that would sound. You only get one go around at this thing. Blink and you'll miss it. Crack of the whip and then you're gone.
At this age, I want you to live your life. You done made mistakes. You can't rebuild and correct the things that you've done.
Don't ever think or believe that you gotta smoke what they smoke, drink what they drink, wear what they wear, be a part of whatever it is they made you do. And guess what? If it's considered something negative to me, but yet you're doing it that makes you happy, I want you to do what makes you happy. Live your life.
Whatever you're doing in your lives, we're all gonna die one day.
So don't get too caught up in the bullshit and the hype. Live your life while you're here, because you never know what's gonna around the corner. Heart attacks, disease, wars, life can just hit you like that. So try and enjoy every day. That's what I'm trying to say.
A lot of us want to find peace first. So people say, man, you always talk about this suffering and pain and shit. I'm at peace right now because I went through that. You don't find peace first. If you do, Merry Christmas. More power to you. I found peace on the opposite end of finding myself. No one really finds himself without going through trials, tribulations, suffering, accountability. And accountability is suffering.
Because everybody just wants to be comfortable. Everybody wants to sit on the couch. I don't want to go outside, it's cold. I don't want to do this, it's hot. Like, you've got to do things that you don't want to do because you show your body that your mind is the boss. Your mind is telling your body what to do, and then you have control.
We want to skip forward to peace. Let's just fucking fuck all this. Let's skip all this pain and suffering and misery of real life. Let's cover it over, nice big blanket, and let's find peace. No, sorry, it's not possible.
Someone will save you, but it's you. Future you, the better you. The person that you've been waiting to become.
No one's gonna fucking come to help me. No one's gonna fucking come to help me. It's fucking me against me, period. And so I had to man up. And I said, the first thing I gotta start doing is facing every fucking fear I have.
There's a moment when every boy realizes no one's coming to save him. And that's when he becomes a man. And some boys never get there and stay children forever. This stuff matters because no one's effing coming to save you.
No one's coming. No one. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off. No one's coming to tell you to get out the door and exercise. It's up to you.
They're not gonna save you. You gotta fucking save yourself, my friend. So that's when all that reality hit me when I went to Buffalo to see my dad and I drive home. I was like, man, this rest of your life is gonna suck. It is gonna suck. Not because you're gonna be a loser, but because you're gonna fucking finally start to win. And winning is not easy, my friend.
You keep the promises that you make to yourself and to others. All confident people is there are people that have high reputations with themselves. And so if you're the type of person that says, well, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m, and so you set your alarm to wake up at 5 a.m, but then you hit the snooze button when the alarm goes off, guess what? You lied to yourself. And so you are eroding your confidence with yourself. You are reducing your reputation.
Stop breaking promises to yourself. When you say, I'm going to wake up tomorrow at 7 a.m, and when the option comes to hit the snooze button, don't do it. There's one win that you've got for the day. That's action, right? And it is just, it's trite to say the Peterson clean your room thing, but the reason that works is that you start with the smallest ever step and you expand out from there.
If you tell your friend tomorrow, 9 a.m, I'm going to meet you at the gym, you're going to be at the gym at 9 a.m. just because you don't want to let him down. But if you tell yourself tomorrow at 9 a.m, I'm going to be at the gym, you're not going to show up. You're going to be late. Why? Because it's you. Make sure you hold accountability to yourself. Be true to yourself. Love yourself. Once you're that man for yourself and you know that you tell yourself, tomorrow this is what I'm going to do, and you don't back down, you don't stop, you know exactly how far you're going to get.
Everything in life that's hard is just a series of things that are easy. You just have to take that first step. Taking that responsibility for yourself and committing to yourself to say, I'm going to take action and I'm going to make it happen.
There is no easy road to what you want. It's a long road. Yeah, a lot of people don't want to be a doctor. Some people don't want to go to school for 8 years. Right. But the ones that go to school for 8 years end up being some of the best doctors ever and live a doctor's lifestyle. Some people say a doctor's lifestyle sucks. Not the doctor that dreamed to be the doctor.
You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like, and that's okay. Everything worth doing is hard. And the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship.
I think a lot of entrepreneurship and even personal growth is training yourself on how you respond to hard. Because in the early days, hard was, ooh, stop. This isn't good. This is a warning sign. This is a red flag. I should slow down, or I should stop, I should pivot. And I think if you can shift from this is hard to no one else will be able to do this, then it flips from being this thing that you're like, oh, poor me, to, oh, poor everyone else who's going to have to fucking try.
Following your dreams is a lonely, solitary, scary, dangerous pursuit. You can't wait for somebody to think you can do it. And you got to be willing to risk everything to become that seed of what you believe is in there. You got to be fearless. You got to be relentless.
And sometimes going at it alone. All the time going at it alone. Because no one's going to believe in you.
Most people will not understand your obsession, your drive, and your determination. Success is a lonely journey. That's just a reality. And most people are not going to understand why you're so driven, why you're so obsessed. And if you try and make them understand, you're going to end up frustrated. The best advice I can tell you is go on the journey by yourself.
You have to go dark. What I mean by that is you have to be quiet in your mind. Get away from people. We love being around people. We love talking. We love parties. We love all that shit. It's okay to be alone. It's also okay to be unhappy. It's okay to be unhappy sometimes, man. This is your new life. Take it or leave it. There's no happiness about it. There's no peace behind it. It sucks. It just fucking sucks.
You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like. And that's okay. Everything worth doing is hard. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship. If it's hard, good. It means no one else will do it. More for you.
Hey, guess what? It's going to be the hardest thing you ever did. It's going to take fucking a long ass time. It's probably going to take 3 or 4 times as long as you think it's going to take. Along the way, you're going to lose all your fucking friends. You're probably going to lose some significant others too along that way. You're going to get made fun of. You're going to get bullied. You're going to get harassed. You're going to get attacked on the internet daily. You're going to struggle. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to owe people money. You're going to fuck up your bank account. There's going to be multiple fucking days where you don't think that you're going to make it. And those days sometimes last for months. Nobody's going to relate to you. No one's going to understand why you're doing it. Everybody's going to question it. You're going to have to answer it every single time, and it's going to piss you off. And bro, this is the life that you're choosing.